Welcome to We Learning, Virtual Learning Network. This is session number 12, Past Continuous Tense of Let's Learn English. The structures used in past continuous tense are was plus verb ing, were plus verb ing. Past continuous tense is used for speaking about an action that was happening in the past. The action was in progress but in the past. Okay? Examples: it was raining. At that particular point of time in the past, it was raining. The dog was barking. At that particular time, the dog was barking. The man was lying on the road. At that particular moment in the past, the man was lying on the road. So, this is past continuous tense or past progressive tense because the action was in progress but in the past. It's all over now. Past continuous tense is generally used in a context. And what does that mean? Let's try to understand through few examples. I saw a girl. She was crying. Here the sentence in the past continuous tense is she was crying. If I just say she was crying, grammatically the sentence is correct, but it doesn't make much sense. So what if she was crying? How am I concerned? What are you trying to tell? Okay, but when I said I saw a girl, she was crying, it makes sense. That means I had seen the girl crying. And if I say I saw a girl, she was crying because she was hurt, it makes even better sense. She was crying because she was hurt. So that is the context that we have to use for using past continuous tense. I was running. I was running doesn't make much sense. Okay, you were running. Why were you running and where were you running? But if I say I was running because I was late, it makes total sense. That at particular time in the past I was running, and why I was running? Because I was late. So past continuous tense is generally used in a context. How to make negative sentences? I'm sure by now you all know the formula very well of changing a sentence into negative. To change a sentence into negative, we need a helping verb. I saw a girl. She was running. She was crying. She was crying. Is there a helping verb in this sentence? Yes. Was. So no worry. Just add was. Just add not after was. She was crying. She was not crying. Let's see the examples. We were not fighting. We were fighting. We were not fighting. We were playing. She was not crying. She was cutting onions. Okay? She was not crying. She was cutting onions. As you know, when we cut onions, we start crying or tears start coming out of our eyes. So, this is past continuous tense, and we generally use this tense in a context. making yes and no questions. Remember the formula of making yes and no questions? Well, very simple. Bring the helping verb in front. Start the sentence with the helping verb. The subject comes after the helping verb. Was he saying something? He was saying something. Was he saying something? Were you using my computer? You were using my computer. Were you using my computer? Was she crying? Was helping verb. She crying. Remember, was is used with singular nouns and pronouns, and were is used with plural nouns and pronouns. With I we use was. With you we use were. How to make WH questions, the information questions. I am sure by now you all know the formula of making a WH question very well. The sentence or the question will start with a WH word, what, where, why, when, followed by a helping verb. In this case, was or were, because this happens to be past continuous tense, and was and were are the helping verbs used to indicate past continuous tense. And then the subject and then the main verb with ing. Where was she going? What were you doing? Who was crying? This is how we make WH questions in past continuous tense. As I said, remember, this tense is used in some context. Like, if example, where was she going? So the person who is asking this question had seen her going somewhere in the past, and this question is being asked in that context. Someone saw her going and someone wants to know where she was going. Hence, the question, where was she going? So this is all about past continuous tense. When we narrate an incident or an accident or a journey or an experience, we use past continuous tense quite a lot. In fact, narration in the past tense is a combination of all the past tenses, that is simple past, past continuous and past perfect. That is all in today's session. Thank you. Happy learning, we learning.